Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another video. So today I thought I'd take another quick look at the Drip network and obviously the staking getting a 1% return per day, because I had a lot of comments on last video saying it's a scam, it's a Ponzi, you're never going to get your money back. So I thought I'd do a bit of analysis, really looking at what a Ponzi scheme is, does this fit the criteria, and how am I actually doing with my staking over the past 2 weeks. So for those of you who don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, essentially is where you get massive returns, it's too good to be true. You put your money into an investment and essentially they try and lock you up for a period of time, and so you can't take your money out, but offer fantastic returns, and you always get the balance sheet statement saying you've made this much percentage this month or this year, and sometimes they do give a payout dividend, but that's often from the money coming in from the new investors. Now the biggest one of these scams that's always seen was from Bernard Madoff. He obviously went to prison and he actually scammed people out of about $65 billion, which is a significant amount of money. And obviously he caught up with the real rich and powerful and famous in America, because they obviously got sort of hyped up with the greed mentality, saw what the projections could be, invested their money and then lost the entire lot. Now in crypto staking, Ponzi schemes potentially are there, especially if you have to lock your money in for a long period of time. Now with the Drip network you don't actually have to lock your money in, but what you do end up doing is paying a whale tax to deposit your money and take your money out, which is about a 10% stake. Now, if you think about it, if from the first deposit in, you're 10% down, you've got to wait 10 days at that 1% interest rate, providing the token doesn't devalue, to get that initial money back, and then another 10 days to be able to actually take all of your money out and actually not be a net loss. So you've got to be in there for 3 to 4 weeks to actually be able to take your money out. So that does give a few alarm bells ringing, because essentially you're locking your money in for a period of time and not able to take it out. But if you want to and take the loss, then it's entirely your prerogative. You can do that at any time. So that leads me to have a bit of confidence that it's not a Ponzi as we know it, because you're able to take your money out. And if you look at my investment so far, it's only been for a couple of weeks now, but when I originally deposited my money in there, I converted my BNB into Drip. I put in about 733 to start with, and with the staking the faucet, getting 1% per day, and obviously hydrating to get that money back out to compound it some more, I'm now up to a point where I've got all my initial money back. I'm now actually in a profit. Now unfortunately it's not as good as profit I'd like to be. The value of the token has dropped a little bit. I got in at $7.07 and it's been fluctuating anything between $6.80 and $7.40. So obviously there's a bit of a fluctuation there, but if we obviously tie that back into what Bitcoin is doing, if we look at Bitcoin over the past month, we can see it's pretty much range bound that same sort of value. So because the main dominant force in the whole crypto market is not moving up at a significant amount, I wouldn't expect the same token for Drip to do exactly the same thing. So again, it's just sort of almost tracking Bitcoin, just fluctuating on a daily basis by a couple of %, which isn't that bad. And I'm okay with that. If I saw some significant drops, it's actually dropping down to $6, $5, I would start to get a bit nervous, because obviously I have to hold on for a lot longer to get my return back. So my strategy with Drip is to get my initial stake back as soon as possible. Now I'm already at a point where I've recovered the initial tax. I'm at a point where I've almost got the additional sales tax back, so I'll take my money out. I'll be looking to then take weekly payouts, or even wait a month or 2 months to actually get the entire stake out, drop that back down by the end of this year to be back in there around at the $5,000 or $6,000 mark, and just let it run. At that point I'm free to invest, free to actually let the money do what it wants to do. If it devalues down to zero, then so be it, I've took the risk. And also note I took my initial stake out, and obviously you then put that safe elsewhere. This is obviously not my only investment in crypto, staking in a multitude of platforms all across this crypto sphere, as well as other money elsewhere. So again, this is money I'm willing to afford to lose to be able to get those massive returns in month 2, 3, 4 and in up to 1 year, and where obviously that can then get to retirement money. So hopefully this has been a bit of an eye-opener into what Drip protocol is looking like, what the actual token is doing, and is it a Ponzi scheme? The jury for me is still out. I will again monitor this over the next couple of weeks, and I'll start taking payments out, and I'll better report back in how that's actually progressing and what the future I see for Drip and how I'm going to keep my money in there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers!